Hello, my beautiful people. How's it going? Hi, I'm Michelle and I live in Western Australia with my husband and my 4-year-old son, soon to be 5 in October. I have my fur baby. I like to call him Mr. T. And this is me setting up my... what binder should I call it? I love to call it cotton candy, but basically what this is, you guys can come up with a name for it for me, but this is all my long-term savings and sinking funds, and I have an account for each category in here. So we have our offset account. So my bank that I'm currently with allows me some offset accounts, and then I have other accounts that I have segregated it. So this money that I'm going to be representing with prop notes, all these prop notes are from Caro Cash. And it's just, even though I know there's a lot of creators out there that do their version of prop notes, and I absolutely love them all, this one I am more attracted to. I gravitate to them because the quality of these, the design of these, and it's just, that's where I'm at, and I probably will continue with these ones, but you never know, I could get swayed. So some of you would have seen this binder come in one of my Happy Meal videos. And so this particular binder comes from Pretty Peach Budgeting. She has an Insta account, love her shop. She has also got faith-based dashboards, which I absolutely love. This is one of my favorite verses from the Bible. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, Philippians 4:13. She also was very gracious to put these little cards in here, which for now I'm decorating, but I think I want to decorate it a little bit more. And then you saw, now these envelopes I had previously, so I haven't revamped these. So right now, emergency, annual bills, vacation, car maintenance, car fund, self-care, wish list. Now I've gone through what additional savings and sinking funds I have, and I wanted to add to this. So these are some envelopes I picked up from Amazon. So I like the zipper ones, but I feel as though I'm moving away from them, but I don't want to let go of these or retire these just yet, because they still do serve a purpose. So I'm keeping them. I'm just adding these to it. So what I was thinking of doing, need some space on my desk. I do have a very, very small space that I work with, but it suffices for now. I'm trying a different lighting as well, so please can you give me some ideas if this is kind of better than what my lighting has been in the past. So first things first, I created my own little dashboard here. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make straight your path. Proverbs 3:5-6. Again, very apt for this binder, because if I acknowledge him in all my endeavors, he will make sure that the path is straight and narrow for me. So that's my little dashboard that I've created. Nowhere near as beautiful quality as this, but it works for me for now. And then I've created an investing envelope and a savings envelope. Now you might be thinking, why have this savings and then you have emergency? Emergency is emergency. I don't have a separate emergency account for what should I say, like for medical emergency, car emergency. All my emergency is one emergency, and so I have that one emergency account. But I have an investing account, which I do micro investing. A little bit of money goes in it every week without fail. And this savings is actually, at the moment, is my house fund. Some of you who have been with me for a little while Or if you are newly subscribed, thank you so much. It really means a lot to me. My hubby and I, we currently are in a mortgage with this current home that we're in. We love it. It's our first home together. We brought our fur baby and then our son into this home, so it means a lot to us. But it was never meant to be our forever home. We got this home. It's small. It's a small little unit, and we always said this will be our stepping stone, and we love it, but it has served its purpose. So we are ready for our family forever home. So we put a deposit down on a block of land back in December of 2023. 23? Yes, 23. Yes, I know it's 2025 now. It has been a long while. We did get an email just the other day saying that the block is now ready for title. So fingers crossed it'll be ready and we'll start building. So we've decided on the design of the house. We've picked up we've done the pre-start where you got to pick the tiles and the taps and the railings and, you know, all that fun stuff. We've done all of that. So it's ready. We've signed those contracts. So the money that is going in here is outside of the deposit that we've already paid to the builder and the developer and the house. So it's all, but this is all the other monies that we will need post settlement to build the house. So that's this savings for now. And then, so therefore you have the investing and then that savings. Next one we have is my son's section, because we truly believe in trying to set up our son the best that we can with the best of our ability. And so hence why we have some envelopes in here for him. I thought about creating his own binder, but for now I think I'm going to stick this all in one, because I don't know if I have the brain capacity for multiple binders. I wish I was one of those people, because I think I started off being one of those people, but then I got really disappointed when I couldn't put money into every envelope and every binder. It just really bothered me, and then it discouraged me from doing cash stuffing. So I think I need to be realistic with what my mind and heart can allow me to do. So this is where I've come to. Now, this Bible verse, but Jesus called me to them to him, saying, let the children come to me, and do not hinder them, for such belongs the kingdom of God. Luke 18:16. So this is another dashboard I created. So this will let me know this section is my son's section. So my son's savings. So I have a savings account where I have money set aside for him. I also have my son's investing account, which I put money in every year. This one I plan to have for schools and stuff and activities and excursions, and maybe he's just got into martial arts, so I don't know if he'll be really into that. So I'll keep that fund for that, because, you know, uniforms and the term fees and stuff like that, it'll come from that. And events and expenses, so his birthday party, anything related to his expenses, I would, you know, as they come up throughout the year, I can save up and put it in here. So these two at the moment probably will stay as cash, because I don't have a separate bank account for these. But all of these other elements, I have accounts for them. That's why I reckon I will use prop notes. Some things that may not have prop notes. So what I'll do is, now this is, don't come for me, be kind with me, because I know I'm in a blessed situation, but I also want to highlight to others is that I have been cash stuffing since 2022, and I've been budgeting and saving money since then. Hubby and I are both working. We are two working individuals in this household. We have not a very significant mortgage, so that is why we've been able to put a little extra away, and we feel very fortunate. I was praying about this like crazy, trying to decide whether I be completely open and honest with everyone with what's happening behind the scenes and what's in my accounts, or should I just keep that completely separate. Something told me just be open and honest, let the people know. Maybe I can relate to some, and maybe someone can find, you know, can relate with me. Or the other thing, if it's not for you, I completely understand. And the good thing about this community, you will find someone definitely with either a similar situation as you, with a similar budget as you, and doing life just as you are. That is the beauty about this community. The other part of this community is that you'll be surprised as how some people just manage with whatever they have, and they live within their means, or they are trying to get to that point where they learn to live within their means. And I think that's what's beautiful about this community. Yes, this is a very chatty video, but today we are just setting up this binder with the prop notes I currently have. So emergency. In emergency, right now, I'm sitting with 20, 40, 50, 51, 52. So I'm sitting with $50,000 and $52,000 in my emergency account. I put in money in every fortnight without fail. I have significantly dropped how much I'm putting in here, and that is how I'm able to cash stuff at the moment. My last 2 years, I had no money for cash stuffing because I was just putting it all into emergency and into my house savings, because I wanted to make sure that before we moved into a new home or before we started building and we get hit with the 2 mortgages, because I still have to keep my current mortgage. I have to live somewhere whilst my house is getting built. So there is 2 mortgages I'll have to start paying in a couple of months. So I wanted to make sure I had a decent emergency fund. So that's where I'm sitting at the moment with the emergency fund. It'll cover me for just over 6 months of expenses, which is mortgage, grocery bills, annual bills, the everyday living. It'll cover me. Annual bills in this account is sitting at $1,750. So there we have it. Vacation. There is nothing in there. Absolutely nothing. Car maintenance. There is nothing. Absolutely nothing. Terrible, I know. New car fund. Nothing. Zilch. Terrible, isn't it? And we have one car of my car is, I keep saying it's a newer car, but it's not new anymore. We bought it in 2016 new, and we did buy it on a car loan. Obviously we paid off the car loan whilst as I started this journey. I was like, yep, we have to get rid of that loan. So we did. My hubby's car is much older. It's a 2000 and I want to say 8, one of those. So it's a much older car, but as everyone will tell us, you are not allowed to make huge or big purchases or get into another car loan whilst you're trying to buy a house. So we have maintained this car very well, and it keeps running. It's doing its bit. Thank you, Jesus, for giving us good transportation. We're very happy. So, but I still need to start this. When? That's the question. Self-care. At the moment, it's sitting at nothing. Now, in my head, self-care doesn't mean, where I just go and get a massage. No. It means I should have money for medical expenses. So like, for instance, my husband is going for a medical examination, and he has to pay $500 for the hospital excess and $350 for an anesthesiologist. And I've just had to pull out money from elsewhere. I did not have it sitting when it should be. So there's still in there. That makes me sad. Wish list. Absolutely nothing. So if, like I said, I wanted a new washer and dryer for the new house, it should come out of here. There is nothing in here. I gotta work on it. It's the reality of it. So now, savings and the next part. Investing. In investing, at the moment, I'm sitting at, what was I sitting at? 4,500, 600? Yes. yes, I'm sitting at $4,600 in my investment account. This one I do micro investing. So I've picked a few shares that I am interested in continuously investing in, and I put in my set amount every time I get paid, and it just takes it out of there and it keeps growing. So I actually am quite happy. Now, that is how much I have put in. It is not, I don't know how, because you know how shares go up and down and your investments go up and down. I don't know how at the moment to represent. If I was to see, if I go into my account today to show you how much is in there, it's actually sitting at 5,000 something. Oh, I can't remember. 5,200, 5,300, something like that. It's sitting at that. But I have put in 4,600. So that's why I thought it'll be better for me to represent what I have put in and not what it's sitting at now. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if you want what is representing in there. Or would you prefer if I just verbally tell you? In savings right now, I'm sitting at 20, 40, exactly at 50,000. This is my house savings. So I reckon money will just keep now vanishing from this envelope. So it might look like I have a lot of money. And sometimes it just gives me a lot of peace and comfort knowing I have this money. But this will dwindle. This will dwindle quite significantly. I saw some of the, the quotes from the pre-start, and I was like, ugh, that hurts. It hurts a lot. So some of it we have to pay for it ourselves because some of it is not getting covered by the house loan. Don't know how that math works, but it does work, apparently. All right. We're in my son's section. So in my son's section, we're sitting at $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 in his savings account. So this account I started when he was born, and I kept putting money in. So that's why I'm sitting at $4,000 right now. And then my son's investing account is sitting at $5,000. So I'm very proud of hubby and I of how much we've managed to put into my son's savings and my son's investment account. What I am planning to do is that once the savings accounts hits 5,000, I might slow that down a little bit and start putting more into his investing account, because how I'm envisioning his investing account to work is that if he wants to go to university, and we don't know what HEX will be doing then. Oh, yeah. We don't know what the HEX system will be doing at that time. And if, say, for instance, it's not there and he doesn't have the ability to get HEX and he wants to go to university, hopefully this investment account will help him do that. That's how I envision the investing account working, because it does, once he turns 18, because right now it's a minor account, so I pay the taxes on this account. However, once he's 18 years old, this becomes his account, if that makes sense. But yes, I'm trying to set him up. But this savings account is still in my name. He doesn't have access to this savings account even when he turns 18. So I will still keep putting money in that. And in my head, I envision to be able to help him with, his first car, driving lessons, formals. I don't know. There's so many things that I got to think about. That right now, he's 4 years old. He's going to be 5. I don't know what kind of things he'll be into or what sports he'll be into. So at least if I have a savings account, I've got money in there, I'll feel better about it. But as you can see, there's a lot of envelopes that have no love. So as much as I may have money, I don't have money that I could freely spend. And my plan now is that with the savings challenges that I'm doing, I will be able to fund these and start to be able to say, yep, now I could, without having to use the credit card, I could then just pull out the cash from these. That's the plan. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm not too sure how. I thought I picked out the exact amount of money that I needed. I have an extra 100 here, so I'll look it up again and see if that was just a mistake or if I needed to put some there. You can't have a video by me and I have no mistakes. That's just not possible. That's how it is. Anyway, everyone, I hope this video, it was slightly different, but you still enjoyed it. And be sure to follow me on my journey. I do, you know, the traditional cash stuffing, savings challenges. I've been getting really into games, saving games. So till the next time, everyone, take care. Bye.